Well, it's been an off season of much change for the Sherwood Park Crusaders. It's Brenden Escott here, another off season edition of Coffee with the Crew. And it's time to start checking in with some new faces here in the franchise, as there have been many acquired over the past several weeks here. We're checking in the final week of June as camps get ready to kick off a little later on this summer. But right now, still signing season, still lots of off season training and that sort of stuff going on. A new goaltender in the fold, also a new D-man to tell you about. But today we'll be checking in with Winnipeg product Mitchell Joss. Now, here's a player who, if you're looking to insert a little instant offense into the lineup, and I get the sense that head coach and general manager Adam Mana is, in fact, Joss is your guy. Here's a player that put up 71 points in just over 50 games in the Manitoba Junior A League with the Winnipeg Blues. Had spent the previous season playing in Dauphin and a cup of coffee south of the border as well. So Mitchell Joss, he's been around. He's a player that says he brings a little sandpaper to the lineup in addition to some much needed scoring in a top six role. So without further ado, we'll check in with the 2001 born Mitchell Joss on Coffee with the Crew. So let's get the overview, talking about getting the deal done to bring you to Sherwood Park in your final year of junior hockey here. Looking to be an impact player, obviously. Let's talk about how you arrived.
Yeah, so basically didn't have the greatest season last year. Wasn't much of one due to COVID and all. So for my last year junior, kind of wanted to regroup and head out west to Alberta. Kind of was where I was wanting to go, and Adam and Sherwood Park had reached out to my advisor, and talking with my advisor, he had just said how it just seemed like such a good spot and a great fit for me for this year. So got the deal done and couldn't be happier.
Had you heard much about the franchise, and even in the last couple of years, let's say, as you've been a junior age hockey player, and the success that the team had been having with a different tenure, and had you known about the Crusaders, I guess, in your other experience?
Yeah, I definitely heard nothing but good things. My friend from back home, Matt Shatsky, had played here for the past couple of years. So kind of while the deal was getting done, I had a conversation with him, and he told me all the great things that the organization has to offer, and nothing but good things I've heard.
Shatsky's somebody that you have a long history with as teammates. It looks like for 5 years, maybe even on about 4 or 5 different teams as well. Can you lay the background work there for us?
Yeah, so we're kind of from the same area in the city of South End. So I started playing with Maddie at 11 years old. So we
Wow.
played 2 years of Pee Wee together, 2 years of Bantam together, and then 1 year of midget together.
The
So yeah,
year
known him a long
that
time.
year of midget, did you guys win the Manitoba championship as well?
Yep, yeah. So I played 15 and 16 with the Winnipeg Wild and won both years. Maddie only played the second year at 16. Yeah.
So you make the step up then into the say Dauphin, and then last year you're playing for the Winnipeg Wild, and this is where your offense really starts to explode to the tune of 71 points in 57 games. 30 goals. This is what the Crusaders had been looking to acquire in the offseason. So maybe tell me a little bit about your game and how you expect to contribute in that realm.
Yeah, I like to play a hard, skilled game, like to play the game fast, like to have the puck on my stick, get lots of pucks on net, and just like to have fun. I like to play both ends of the ice. And yeah, I like to contribute a lot, like to be the guy that everyone can look up to score a goal and when we need one and all that. So definitely looking to bring that into this year.
That role of embracing the pressure in that sense, and wanting to have the puck on your stick in those critical moments is not really meant for everybody. I'm wondering if there's somebody in the NHL, say, or past or present or what have you, that you sort of looked up to, model your game after, model yourself as a hockey player after.
Well, as a Winnipeg Jet fan, I like to play a lot like Nick Ehlers. I love how he plays, just so fast and always has that puck on his stick and always just seems to find him. So I like to look up to Ehlers a lot.
We won't hold it against you out here in Edmonton, but can you talk about your hockey fandom growing up in Winnipeg? Because we know what kind of hockey market Edmonton is. I don't imagine Winnipeg's all that different. They're probably pretty hockey crazed there year round as well.
Yeah, of course. It's unreal. It's been a shame that we haven't been able to go to games. My family and I, we have season tickets at the Jets games, so we like to go out as much as possible. And it's just such a crazy environment, and especially in the playoffs, like the whole whiteout street parties and all that. When you can't get into a game, it's really special, and love having a team there to watch and look up to all the time.
And that, I would imagine, is, a big part of the reason why you're a hockey player today, being able to grow up in a city where you could watch all that and then participate at a high level and sort of rise up through the ranks.
Yeah, definitely.
You got to play a couple of games, as we mentioned, in the Null and for Minnesota, the Minnesota Wilderness here. Well, just describe that experience and what it was like playing over the border. Is hockey any different, in your opinion, in that way?
It was a little different. I'd started the year. I got drafted to Waterloo in the USHL, so I went down there at the start of the season for training camp, and then they sent me to Minnesota, and it was good. A little different than the CJHL, so I had a little tougher time adapting, but it just wasn't the right fit for me. So I came home and was going to come and play back for the Blues in the MJHL. But then unfortunately he had canceled the season, so didn't make it get much plan in the second half of the year.
Do you think, I know it's probably tough to find a silver lining in what the last calendar hockey year has been like for you, but maybe an opportunity to work on a particular area of your game, off ice training that you've been able to sort of key in on or find something that you really like doing? Is there anything that maybe helped you salvage what otherwise was a really frustrating time?
Yeah, I've been really focusing on just like trying to keep my game legs going. Didn't get much competitive hockey last season, so and as my last year in junior, it's pretty important to get going really early. So I've been focusing a lot on just on keeping moving, keeping quick, cardio's up, and all that. Just getting stronger every day.
North Division hockey in the Alberta League has typically been known to be a pretty physical sort of style of hockey, even compared to the South Division, which is a lot more, fluid and high scoring and that sort of thing. Do you have an element of grit to your game that you bring, or are you more of an open space kind of player?
No, definitely. I like to throw the body around. I like to think that in games where it's a bit more tense, where everyone's chirping, everyone's throwing the body, like a lot more physical games, kind of what it brings the best out of me. It's just kind of how it's been my whole life. It just gives me that extra just jump to be more, yeah,
Be assertive on the ice, maybe even
yeah,
more vocal on the bench, that kind of thing. Just really get
yeah,
all the adrenaline and like the goosebumps
yeah,
and the feelings that you've been missing for the last year, right? And
yeah, exactly.
these are the feelings that over the last, say, 3 years, I guess, that I've been involved with the team. You see the crowd in the playoffs from a couple of years back, and 2,300 stuffed into a building that may not even hold that many. So the environment that's all going to come back for you guys to play in front of, I'm sure, is exactly what you're describing there. So for you, anything that you're looking to accomplish specifically this year, it's we won't often hear hockey players admit to a particular goal total that they're after or something like that. But for you on a new team and your final year at junior, what are you looking to take care of?
For starters, from a team aspect, I'm hoping to kind of help this team go as far as we can go. Hopefully, get a championship. I haven't had a championship yet in my junior career, so I think that'd be really special to get that done. And talking with Adam and the coaching staff, it sounds like we're gonna have a really good group here that we can get that done. So, yeah, that's first and foremost. But personally, I'd like to get a scholarship done, NCAA Division 1, or yeah, U Sports.
Take the
Just
next step.
yeah, just get that scholarship and keep playing hockey and get a get a degree and all that fun stuff.
And that's so much of what the Crusaders program takes pride in too, is providing those sort of next step opportunities as well, which, Mitchell, I have no doubt you're going to take full advantage of, my man. Thank you so much for taking some time here. Welcome to the family. I look forward to seeing you at the rink come camp time.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks.
The regular season schedule has now been announced and is available to check out ajhl.ca or, of course, at sherwoodparkcrusaders.com. You can find the whole regular season schedule. I can tell you it starts out a home date for the Crew, the Randy Rosen Rink the Suburb Series. They'll get it going early this year. September 18th, the Spruce Grove Saints make a trip into town. Until then, we'll be sure to keep you posted on all the off-season news, signings, and updates here on Coffee with the Crew. It's Brenden Escott. I'll catch you next time.